What is up, everybody? Okay, so I am kind of caught up on my main account. Like, I'm not exactly caught up because I wasn't progressing the main story, so we could save the stage for today. But I did, like, all of the side missions I could do. I've been procrastinating on this account a lot, which is weird because it's my main account, but we're kind of caught up now, so hopefully we can get things going smoothly here. Alright, so we want to do a lot of damage in a short amount of time because. So who do we want to use? Everyone wants the bear, I think. I think we'll do more damage with someone else just because then we can do double Merlin because I don't have my own bear because blasphemy. But I think everybody wants to try to make the bear work, so I just don't know what's the best way to do this. I'm trying to think. I don't think we actually go for turn 1. Because we'd have to get like a miracle hand for that to work. I kind of want to go for like... So the reason I don't want to use Mori is because the RNG would just be insane, right? Like, I think Mori could do it and he might be able to do some just absolutely insane damage on turn 1, but you would have to get both of his Buster cards. And he doesn't have a triple Buster deck, so that would be annoying as hell. You would basically get his NP, Star Bomb, you know, Buster, NP, crit, and, you know, make the world explode. But, like, the RNG on that would just be awful. It's so much easier to do... the best way to do a Buster chain on turn 1 is to have your NP, so you don't need 3 cards, only need 2, and then have a deck that has 3 Buster cards in it. Like, that's... may not seem like that big of a difference, but it affects the RNG quite a bit. Okay, so we're gonna want Chin, for sure, if we're going, because we're not going short term here, we're going long term, I think. Well, I don't know about long term, but mid-term, whatever, something. So definitely Chin Gong, no question, and then Merlin, no question, because, you know, Merlin, the guy. Somebody's gonna get chinned, though, and it actually might be Merlin. There's something really satisfying about Chin Gong eating Merlin. I don't know how to describe it, but it's good. Either that or you... let me think. So, Bear Boy is gonna get... he's got basically 60 starting in P, 70, 80 with Merlin. Maybe we start with Waver, and then use Chin Gong's second skill to turn after, then Merlin. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough. Well, Waver is probably going to be on the team no matter what. Not sure about placement. God, I wish I had Chin Gong's Bond CE. That's some fun shit right there. Okay, maybe Ox King on Waver. It depends on if you want Waver to NP or not. Merlin's NP doesn't matter at all, so Star Bomb is alright. I want somebody to have Ox King. Okay, we have the Switch Mystic Code, so they should have Star Bomb as well. See, we've got Nightingale, we've got Shakespeare. Shakespeare is nice because it's more battery. Nightingale is nice, though, because the buffs last multiple turns. Team cost is a thing, though. And there's even Hans, because he has crit up and NP gain. Because we're going to want to NP twice. And we basically don't want Chin Gong to murder Waver until we want the deck to reset. So we still want a good opening hand. We want to have a good opening hand, NP, do some damage, have like no cards left in the deck, and then reset the deck by killing Waver, I guess. Something like that. We just keep spamming Star Bombs. Either that or Ox King. Hey, Arjuna. I'll give Waver his NP. I feel like we might be able to get some use out of that. I don't know. Something about this doesn't seem right. We'll see what happens. Rex, I actually think Nobu could do pretty well here. People were talking about that yesterday. Wouldn't be too bad, because isn't she an event servant, and then there's Saber and Divine, and they have Writing, and you have to do a crit thing here. I think you could. She's not gonna do amazing because she's AoE, but between the big crit stuff and the other Nobu is event servant. That's pretty lame. Oh, it's because they're using her stage 1 here. That's why. That's so dumb. Thanks, TW. Big help there. Okay. Oh, we only have 40 starting NP. Well, shit. Well, time to use Chittagong. That's unfortunate. Oh, right. The CE's not limit broken. That's why. Okay, I don't think we cast too much here then. Do I even... I think we do that. Actually, I think we should have yeeted Waver there. Yeah, I think we should have yeeted Waver there. Did you like hit Orion? Look at all that NP gain! This isn't going very well. This is not the appointed turn to go boom. We want to get a little boom in here, but this is not the big one. Need to stun him so he doesn't taunt, because that ruins a lot of things. This isn't gonna work. I mean, this setup might work, but this one's not gonna work because we just don't have the NP gain. We're not going anywhere. Gong with the damage though. Wait, is the stage gonna end? I gotta be ready in case the stage ends because we just fucking killed Nobu. Okay, I think we're good. This is not gonna work though. We have got to get a second NP in this like time frame. Wait, why didn't I just use Gong's taunt on Bear Boy? Because then they have to attack him. And there's your NP gain, champ. That would have made sense. Okay, we're gonna try this again. And in this situation, I'm thinking we want to take Shakespeare as Ox King instead of Star Bomb, it looks like. We'll still do good damage here though, but it's not gonna be nearly enough. And not even close. We did so much better yesterday. Okay, let's try this again. They have way too much damage to this now too. That was awful, honestly. My apples though! Maybe Nightingale? I mean, if we're just short on NP, you're gonna regret this. Collection Gong killing Noob stuff, what the hell, dude? I think the stage ends if Nobukatsu dies. It's either that or it's just a set amount of turns. I don't know how much damage resist to get each turn. It's probably somewhere between 5 to 20. Okay, man, I really hate having to use Chin's second skill here. I'd like to use it for the next NP, but too bad! Good news is it means we're not taking any damage, though. Okay, Nobukatsu can't taunt this turn because he has his NP. I wonder if I should give Star Bomb to some people at the start, just to get lucky crit at the beginning. Also, do we kill Waver? Art card versus killing Waver now. I think we wait till next turn. We're doing exactly what we did last time, though. Oh my god, Waver, please don't stun them. Oh my, they have magic resist, though. They have a magic resist. Please don't fucking stun them, Waver. Oh my god, don't do it. You can stun Nobukatsu, but don't stun the other two, for the love of God. Motherfucker! Motherfucker! My NP gain, though! Why didn't they magic resist that? That never works in a challenge quest. Anytime you're in some fucked up challenge quest, right? Like Knights of the Round, you know, horse shit like that, where it's like balls to the wall. And Waver's just like, nah, I don't even care about item construction or territory creation or whatever the fuck. I don't even care. And then you do this kind of thing. You're like, stun everybody. No NP gain for you, asshole. Okay, well, this makes me like Waver in this setup less. Maybe we just don't NP with him. But the defense down is so big, man. It's like, it is 3 turns. It's a lot of damage. This would be so much easier if we had double Merlin. This would be so much simpler. It's another reason, though, like, Jerker is probably going to be better if we set it up right, because Jerker lets me do double Merlin, and double Merlin's a little broken. Maybe lost. I guess it depends on how much of a damage drop-off it is. If it's a huge damage drop-off, it's probably not worth it, because it's only 10%. But if it's about the same damage, then probably, just because every little bit can help. But yeah, it really just depends on what the damage change would be. I almost want to say go K-Scope. I actually think K-Scope might be the best. Like, if you have an MLB K-Scope, I think that might be better. That way you just NP no help and you use all of the battery for the next one. I think we eat Waver because we don't even have another card. This is, wait, no, that's a terrible time to reset the deck. Like, holy crap, is that a terrible time to reset the deck. We got 1 Orion card. I don't think so. Yeah, maybe try that lost. I'd say either that or K-Scope. I'd say one of those two. That dude's arm is like the size of some of the characters in this game. Actually, it's bigger than some characters in this game. Don't buff, you jackasses! Shit, I guess we need to yeet. Oh, I need to change the order. Because in a turn like this, you need to switch in Merlin. And so I need to have Waver not go to that slot. That way, then if you yeet Qingong, you'll bring a Nightingale still. So I need to put Merlin like in the back, I think. This just isn't gonna work. Because I don't even have time to yeet Waver. I guess you just bring in, yeah, that way, okay, that'll work. How is Mev flying? Falling with style, yeah. This hand is so bad! What the fuck is this hand? What am I even supposed to do with this? Give me like a card, please. Holy crap, man. Qingong's like, step aside. Alright, so the hard part here, it's not doing 3 million damage. There's nothing hard about doing 3 million damage here. We've had like endless setups. Like that Billy setup could have done it. Like so many, it's not hard to do 3 million damage. But I'm trying to do just a stupid amount of damage in one turn is the idea. I don't know why I had to explain that, it's really obvious. We are 1 NP gain short of being able to NP this turn. Because I could switch in Merlin, and we need like less than 1% for it to round up. So that sucks. I don't know what to do now, that really sucks. I guess we... See a Waver. Hey, Waver doing damage though. What a strong projectile. Fucking kill Nobukatsu and Nobu. Okay, if the game just gives me a good hand here, we could do some serious damage, but if it doesn't give me a good hand, that's that. It's not great. Wait, how did I not make an NP last turn? I don't understand. How did I not? Didn't I do art and then he used a buster card? And that should have given me at least 1. And I only needed like 0.5%. I don't understand. I only needed like 0.5% for it to round up here. What happened? I'm so confused. How did I not get NP? Did I not do... I literally don't understand. Did I not do Orion's buster card? Because I did art and then his buster card, and I didn't even need a full NP tick. What happened? NPs absolutely count for art bonus. That's the stupidest thing anyone has ever said. NPs give the first card bonus. They just don't receive it. I am so confused. I wonder if we needed like exactly 1% and we made like 0.8 or 0.9 or 0.7 or something like that. I'm so confused. I do not understand what happened. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Why can I just never get a second NP? I literally don't understand what happened that turn. I'm gonna have to like watch the VOD because I'm almost positive I used Orion's card. The only thing I can think of is just we had literally 78.0% NP, and then the Buster did not make quite a percent, so we went from you know, 78.0 to like 78.9 or whatever the crap. That's the only thing I can think of. Why do people keep saying things in chat that are completely unapplicable to what just happened? It's ridiculous. People are acting like I used a Buster NP with the art card bonus and I'm expecting that to give it NP. That's not what happened. Probably not worth trying to work in waivers NP unless it's just like you can get it in without it costing you anything. Otherwise, I think you just let it go. Like, wow, guys, I totally didn't know if you use an art NP before Darius's NP, Darius doesn't get NP from it. Oh, wow. Totally didn't know that. Jokes aside, it would actually be funny if that did work because Darius's hit count is so high that you would actually get a decent amount of NP out of it. See, now we just get our second NP for free. Okay. I guess we just yeet waiver. Do I use his NP though? I could use Orion's quick card to like really help with crits next turn, but because of Star Bomb, I don't think we need it. I think we do that. Waiver is literally overcharging the NP that will kill him. It's always funny to do that with Hans. You have Hans overcharge someone like Qingong. I just love that Qingong is killing people. It does that like the enemies too. He's like got the only NP in the game that can kill 4 people in one turn. Wait, how many? Okay, what's the maximum amount? I guess you could kill 5 people in one turn. If you had Qingong NP kill the 3 enemies, and then you had Nobukatsu NP, I guess that would be 5 people would die. Well, you could put a Rosh in there, that would work too. But you have to have someone for Qingong to sacrifice, so I think there's no way to do more than 5. You can't kill 6. Well, unless you, I guess you could have, forget Qingong, is there enough suicide NPs? So you've got a Rosh, because Rosh can kill 3 people and then kill himself, so that's 4. The Nobukatsu can kill himself, so that's 5. Is there someone else? This stage gimmick, yeah. Yeah, double Arash. There you go, double Arash. You can do double Arash Nobukatsu, and you can have 6 things die in one turn. That's kind of interesting. Completely. I like how we got no fucking bear cards. God damn it. I think our buffs wear off this turn. Yep, they do. God damn it. Not one! Like, not one! Oh, yeah, you can have them die to the dot. That's technically after the turn is over, I think, but roughly the same thing. Actually, no, I think it's before the turn technically ends. Oh yeah, Ricky. Ricky doesn't even have to NP, he can just attack something. No, 5 isn't the max. Double Arash. You do have Nobukatsu NP first, then double Arash, all 6 would die. See, if I was gonna NP with Waver, this is the turn to do it, but I don't really want to waste the battery. There's so much RNG in what we're trying to do. I don't think Jinkei can kill herself. This isn't hers on her NP. NP's almost no wait, no they can. They can kill themselves in NP, that's right, because Blood Axe can kill himself. I think it's skills that pretty much never kill you. But not all NPs that do damage to themselves will actually kill you. Some of them leave you at 1. Kinda weird how they've done a lot of that. Oh my god, the deck is just not happy right now. This is not looking like a good one. Should have done this last turn, I don't know why I didn't. That's probably gonna cost me because Waver might stun. Because I only got another 20 battery, so I think I just threw. I mean, it depends on if he stuns or not. Okay, he did stun. Easy. Oh my god, because we killed Nobu and Nobukatsu gets 2 turns. Oh my god. That's so dumb. Why does Nobukatsu take the 2 actions? So I should go to Shakespeare then. It's only 10% damage and then the variables. That's so annoying if you almost get it but you don't. Man, I don't think Orion works very well for this with the way I'm doing it. It would be pretty easy if I owned Orion. If I had Orion and I was summoning Merlin, I don't think this would be very hard. But this is just so RNG. There's just way too many variables here. And I really don't like Waver. I mean, Mori is just completely different because Mori is the only RNG is the hand. You just reset over and over and over and over again until you get 2 busters in the opening hand. Because you would make Mori where he gets his NP on turn 1 with battery, and that's that. Like you would just reset a million fucking times until you got double buster. I almost want to kill Waver now because so many of our cards are being used this turn. Nah, I have to do it next turn. And no, Merlin did not have enough battery to give us our MP that turn. I can't fucking count. I mean, most NA players literally don't know what's wrong with Mystic Codes. They have no idea. Like, I have such a small percentage of the player base that has any idea. And then, like, the ones that do know aren't necessarily going to say anything, let alone articulate it in a way. But, I mean, it's been bugged for so long, I swear, like, DW has to figure it out on their own by now. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, how, I can't even fathom how they haven't noticed by now. Okay, just give me a good hand game. I just hope it's fixed by the time Mori comes out, because it's a pretty big deal for Mori. I mean, it's not even hard for them to fix because they've already fixed it before on JP. Like, they literally already know how to do it. I just don't think they're aware that it's broken in the first place. Oh my god! Why? Every fucking time, dude. This is where Nightingale's better, because you could, you know, switch out for Merlin and like try to get your buffs back again. But by then they're gonna have so many more damage resist things. So this is just way too RNG, dude. I mean, they never really fixed it on JP, they just changed it. On JP, they were just originally, Mystic Codes were 100%, and then they changed them to be 500%. And they did that like 5 years ago. And then on NA, they started at 500% because the NA client, which I hate explaining this every fucking 3 seconds, but it's crazy to me how many people don't understand this. NA Day 1 is not JP Day 1, right? Like, obviously your content, like what stories were available are the same, but like where you were with quality of life stuff, animation updates, all that kind of stuff was way ahead, right? And so they started where the Mystic Codes had already been changed, and they were already 500%. But then, like, I don't know, 6 months to a year into NA, for some reason they went back to being 100%, and they've never fixed it ever, and it's just been like that for like 3 years or whatever. But I get so tired of like people that don't understand that. They think NA is like, you know, like Emiya's animations are just how they've always been. Like, they don't realize that NA started with a bunch of bullshit that JP didn't, you know, relative to, you know, the content. I like how it gave us the battery one. I wish it did that more often, because it would make this a lot easier. I can do a fuckload of damage right now if I wanted to. But we want that peak damage. Like, if you were wanting to just, you know, do 3 million, you would take the damage now, and then try to MP again and do more damage later. But we're trying to do the most damage in one turn as possible, and it's Not working out so good. Let's see. I almost want to kill now. It's so bad to kill Waver at the start. I fucking hate Waver here because he just adds so much annoying RNG. Like if you don't use his NP, you're throwing a lot of damage away. And if he uses NP and you happen to stun the twins or Nobu, then you're lowering your NP gain dramatically. So it's just like, and of course he stuns literally every single person. Of course.
マスター、唐突だが浮気がバレたのですいません。ちょっと撤退します。ギャーアルテミス・アグナス。愛が重い。
I love getting 1 NP gain when I could have gotten like 30 or 40. This is very unlikely to work now. Maybe I should just... I think if you have Waver's NP, you don't taunt on that turn, and you taunt on this turn instead. Although that's not very good, because taunting on this turn, if you happen to kill Nobu, you don't actually get that much NP gain. Although Nobu coincidentally didn't die there, but most of the time she does. See, this is where Shakespeare is better than Nightingale, so... Variants. We got a Buster card. I mean, we can make it hit really hard, but that's, not that awesome. Better than what we've been getting, though. But up to this point, we've never gotten a Buster card on this turn, I don't think. Actually, we didn't need Shakespeare on this one because of Merlin. I mean, it'll do a lot, and oh man, I like how we didn't get the big command code either. We got the one that's just like armor ignore, which doesn't do anything here. I think it's armor ignore and some crit damage, but maybe a lot more for that. There's no way this is going to be that big of it. I mean, it's going to be a big hit, but we could do so much more than this. Like, it's nice! Like, it's nice, but yeah, we need more than that. I'm gonna bring in my NP again here, probably not. I might switch to Jerker or Mori just because this RNG is so annoying. It's like having to do that many turns and then it's been completely up to what you get in the deck is just super annoying. I don't know why I didn't just reset because now I'm having to watch like a million things. I'm like, look how fucking long that took. I think everyone wants Mori more than Jerker, but dude, Mori is so much more random. Like, I don't think people realize just how much more random it is. It's massive. And she's an event servant, so it's like, I think she's might be better anyway. Yeah, Mori is obviously cooler, but him being 100 and her being 80 is like completely lost on the fact that she's a bonus servant. Also, she afflicts burn naturally too, so if you were doing the Yang CE, it's like so much easier. I'll do Mori just because it's kind of my thing, but this is gonna be awful. Like, because you want to use Mori where you want to look for like a Buster and an art card, right? And you don't really care which ones, because then that's 4 out of 5 of your deck, right? Then you're just looking for any 2 really, and then you normally would use Mozart. Because Mori isn't. People have this idea that Mori is the guy that you try to like do 30 million damage in one turn with. He's not. You try to do a big chunk of damage on turn 1, and then you get like an art crit, and you get your end piece, and then you do a big chunk of damage on turn 2, and you crit again on turn 3. He's like boom, 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 right? He's not really good for just like one massive boom. His toolkit doesn't really work that way. And because he's so good with Mozart, but like Mozart's awful with Mori if you're trying to do a bunch of damage in one turn, because you know you're kind of. You can't get your art and Buster at the same time, right? Like you can't stack them that way. You're like fighting yourself. You're trying to get like make a Buster change as much damage as possible. There's no using Mozart. But like you don't mind using Mozart in other situations because you know, you're not trying to like arbitrarily make your Buster card, you know, hit way harder than normal. That's not like the point. You're trying to just do a lot of damage over time. Beowulf would not do nearly as well as Mori or Jerker, like not even close. He's not a bonus servant. None of his niches come up. Like he wouldn't do bad. You could certainly make Mori hit hard here, but he wouldn't do nearly as well. This is gonna be so annoying. We're gonna have to get the only cards that even matter are the 2 Buster cards. Like normally seeing art cards is really good on Mori, but now it's not gonna be good. So this is just gonna be so dumb. Like we need 2 out of 15 cards to both be in the opening hand. I have no idea what we need to give Merlin. Let's see. That's probably fine. So we need 2 star bombs. We could actually do Penth here. Oh god, that would add more RNG though. But we could theoretically do Penth with Poster Girl, because she'll die very easily here. And then you just get that's just extra buffs, right? You just get extra buffs that way. But then you're going back into bullshit RNG territory. Like actually, it's pretty much the same RNG. It would just take longer to see the RNG. Because instead of like turn 1, it would be turn 2 that you would want the 2 Buster cards. I would rather not. Like it is objectively better, but God no. Let's see. So the tricky part, so we get 40 NP off Merlin, and then 50 if we use Shingon. So if we have 50% starting NP, we don't need Waiver. If we do use Waiver though, then you could use something like this, or the Yang CE, although we don't really have the Yang CE upgraded enough, but Yang CE would be so fucking good for this kind of thing. Someone else needs Star Bomb. I mean, that's just... You really need another buffer in here. If you probably would need to do the pin thing, but that would just be so annoying. I feel like we can do more than this. Man, I wish we'd gotten the Buster up. The Buster up is definitely the best one to get. How do I get that on the first try? How the fuck do I get that on the first try? That's so unlikely. Like, that's so and not only do we get the 2 Buster cards, but we got a Brave Chain, which we're not going to use, unfortunately, because we're trying to do NP and stuff, but I literally don't even. So let's see.
さてカウンティングオーバーさてカウンティングオーバー
ひらめきましたぞ出直していらっしゃい
君に全チップをかけよう頼むぞ
Let's see, switch out Chen with Bond CE.
この辺りいじった方がいいんじゃないか君の道行きを信じようさあ行きなさい
Alright, well, let's see how much we do. There's no way it's gonna be enough to like just break the health bar, but I am curious how this is gonna compare to what we've used up to this point. I wonder if we do more damage without doing the NP. I don't think so, but the NP is gonna do less than the crits. That's a lot. Okay, no, it did less than the crits. So you could probably break that on turn 1 with Mori if you were able to like min-max the CEs better. So basically, what you would need to have happen is you would need to only get the 2 Buster cards. And the reason you'd want to only get the 2 Buster cards is so your Star Absorber is more effective, and you'd only need 1 Star Bomb, and then you'd want like another Bond CE or Odd King or something like that in there. And then, I don't know, maybe do the whole burn thing with Yang and Yang at 100 and stuff. Like, that's close enough that you probably could do that either on turn 1 or turn 2. Because if you got that hand on turn 2 and you did Poster Girl, you could definitely make up for that damage. Because yeah, another set of buffs would be pretty big. Look at him having fucking debuff immunity. What a dick. All right, let's see. What else can we do here? That was good. That was good. But I want to think. What else can we do here? We can try the same thing with Pent, but oh my god, that would just get annoying. Hot Wheels, again, it's just like, I don't think people understand how much worse it is to summon a DPS. Like, you're losing so much effectiveness if you summon a DPS because you're losing, you know, literally any top tier support of your choosing, right? And like having 2 Merlins or 2 Scatties or 2 Castorias and stuff is just so much better. We did Billy before, we didn't really min-max it though. What we need for Billy is... What do we need for Billy? It's either her Bond CE or Star Bomb. Let's see. Robin would probably need to be Grailed and all the fancy stuff, but you might be able to... I wouldn't be surprised if you could turn 1 it with Robin. You've got really min-maxy. I might have to turn 2 it. Turn 2ing really allows you to do a lot more damage, because it allows you to get an extra buffer in. Yeah, there's plenty of times where, like, summoning a DPS is the right thing to do for, like, beating a stage. but it's not for min-maxing damage. I have to stress that. A lot of times for like beating a challenge quest or whatever, it can be totally good to summon a DPS. But when you're trying to make like one card hit as hard as possible or make an NP hit as hard as possible or whatever, it's never the thing to do because it's just you're missing out. Like missing out on, like when we summoned, you know, Orion, missing out on the second Merlin was just such a negative. So I don't know what to do with Billy, if we try to double down on the NP damage with K-Scope or if we try to even it out with the crits. So basically Billy would want either NP quick or Buster NP quick. I need to change his command codes, hold on, that's a big deal. It's gonna be something to do with that, definitely. Let me go fix the command codes real quick. It'd be interesting to do this on the ult and see how much Gilgamesh could do, because my ult doesn't have Merlin, but it does have a, you know, it has Waver and some other big supports. Okay, gotta give Billy a few more command codes, because several of his cards can be applicable here. This is the wrong UI. Dude, I don't know what they were thinking with this. I literally do not understand what they were thinking with this. The UI for not command codes, that looks like a command code, right? It's like a close-up picture of a face in a little box. That's what a command code is, right? I don't understand. Like, what? This should be a faux pas. I don't, like, why is the UI for this not a faux pas? I don't, it's like, what the fuck? And this looks like a picture of a pacifier. I don't get it. It's so random. And they're you know, they both have command at the start. Like, I will never not get the, I always click that thing, every time. I mean, no, most things don't look like command codes. They really don't. It's, if you look at every other picture in the UI, and none of them look even remotely like a command code. Like this, the other UI should obviously be a faux pas. Like, obviously. Like, it's so bizarre that it's not. Okay, if we get an art card, we're pretty much just right out. Like, so there's no point in giving the art card anything. Alright, I have to unequip the other command codes. Because, you know, this UI, it's great. So I think we put that on Quick, and we put the Ishtar one on Buster. Because the Ishtar one can't go on Quick, and then I don't know what we put on the other Quick. I can think of a lot of things that will give it 20% damage. I'm not sure if there's anything that can do more than that. And like, they put them right next to each other. It's just bad UI design. Like, you don't put two things that are that similar, and then you have a picture that's, you know, that similar, and you put them directly next to each other. It's like, why? Like, literally, why? So that's 20%. The Gilgamesh one's 20%. There's the Quick one, which is also 20%. Trying to think if there's anything I can do to get more than 20% here. This one is art. Don't think there is anything else we can do. I mean, we could do that if they were burning, but that's more for Jerker. That's another reason why Jerker is so good here. I guess we just do this. Okay, those are the three cards that matter. I probably am gonna faux pas Billy after Ku is done. I've been undecided who to do it to next because, like, Mori would be awesome with them because of how he works, and Canis would be really good with them and stuff, and Mordred as well. And I like all of those characters a bunch. But I think I'll give it to Billy, and the reason I think I'll give it to Billy is because, one, I like Billy a lot, and he's also a crit person and stuff, but I use him all the time. He's such an easy to use unit for like challenge quests and stuff. You know, 50% battery is just so nice on budget teams because you don't have Waver and all that. Like, why not? Like, why not? And I like making 3 stars better, and Billy could use a bit of a boost. Because Billy is great and all, but he is so far behind units like Ku and Robin and stuff like that. He's not one of those 3 stars that like goes beyond his rarity. He doesn't. He is a 3-star, and he performs pretty much what you would expect. A good 3-star, performs like a good 3-star, but yeah, he's not one that really goes beyond his rarity, so giving him an extra boost would be nice. It actually hasn't taken as long to do the faux pas, because they did do an event where they gave out a bunch. But if they don't do any events to give out faux pas, and you don't buy them with rare prisms and things like that, it generally takes over 2 years. But because they have given out an event occasionally. They had an event a while ago that gave out a bunch. I don't remember which event it was, but one of the events gave out a bunch. And that's why my newbie account already has one of her cards maxed, even though I haven't, actively played that account. Just good timing on that one. Alright, need Scatty. Okay. The problem is if you're doing this on turn 1, you're just so limited in the number of buffers that you can have. Is Atalante the best I can do? She doesn't give a crit buff. Let's see, Atalante is 65% damage. Waver is more than that if he NPs, but we're probably going to want to not NP. Because Waver gives the 30% attack up, but he does give the 50% crit up. So he's giving 80% to the normal cards, but less to the NP. And then, see, Waver, if he can do his NP, is just amazing, because he does 30% attack up, 40% defense down, and then 50% crit up. That's incredible. Now, Chiron's not any better than Waver. They're the same. They're like exactly the same. No, he won't give more than Atalante, because Atalante has her Bond CE, so she's giving 65%. And here's the God, people are so fucking bad at math, dude. Like, because her 65% applies to the crits, and it applies to the NP, where Chiron will only apply the quick up to the NP, and that's it. The crit up will only, like, Atalante Alter is the one I'll be using, because that's one that's the Bond CE, but she's way better. She also removes any RNG with the stars, but they both can do that. Like, if I was going to do Buster quick, then, that's better for Chiron, but because we're doing NP crit, Atalante is much better. Unless I'm forgetting Chiron's multipliers and they're bigger than I'm thinking, but as far as I'm aware, he's 30% normal card damage and 50% crit damage, and that absolutely is not on par with what Atalante can do here. Now, if NPs could crit, right, then it's really different. But NPs cannot crit because that would be stupid. And yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, Gilgamesh NP critting when you're hitting that hard with AoE. It's like, yeah, this is balanced. Yeah, I think it's Atalante. I don't think anybody else can give me 65%. That applies to all three. The problem is, we don't have a lot of stars this way. She can make stars, but then she does star absorb. Let's see, we would have 35 stars. Because I could do another star bomb, but I'd rather not do another star bomb if I can help it. I have no idea what's more damage for this or this. I'm kind of leaning towards this. 80% on an NP is such a big deal, but it does nothing for the crit. So it does give 2,400 attack stat. Let's try that. Especially because Billy gives himself charge, so. So that right there is the dream, but the RNG here is higher. That is the one good thing about Chiron, is Chiron wouldn't do the star absorb, but you'd be hurting your NP a good amount. We could totally poster girl Hans, by the way, because Hans could like turn 1 NP, miraculously land the attack buff and then give the crit buff, and Hans's health is low. See, a lot of other supports, their health is too high here, and they might not die turn 1. But Hans would be pretty likely to die turn 1. But we're not gonna do turn 2 stuff, we're gonna stick to turn 1 stuff. Because turn 2 stuff adds even more RNG. But dude, Hans would be awesome. He gives you stars. He makes you 15 stars, right? Like, there's so many good things there. So what you would do is you could like bring in the star bomb as the switch one, right? Like there's so much good there. All right, well we'll see what we get with this. This is, I feel like though this is just not enough buffs right here. So switch out the middle scatty. That's the important bit here. Let's see, what would your other options be for Poster Girl and Billy? Got Alexander, Caesar. Alexander is definitely better than Caesar, especially if Caesar doesn't have his ball in CE. And if you're Poster Girl and using Poster Girl, you can't have your ball in CE. What else is there? There's Waver, but Waver probably wouldn't die. You got too much health. A Lancer buffer would be awesome. Unfortunately, the timing doesn't work out with like Scat because her buffer only lasts 1 turn. There's Woo, but the only Woos I've ever gotten I've burned, so... And I don't regret it in the slightest. Well, this was almost the hand we wanted. We'll do it real quick just to see the damage, but that's not the ideal turn 1. The problem with Matahari is she's bad with Scatty because you hit the debuff cap. Or the defense down cap, excuse me. So you don't get as much damage out of her as you normally would. Which is it's fine for budget setups, right? Because budget setups probably aren't going to hit the defense down cap. But when you're min-maxing like this, it's actually really easy to hit the defense down cap, so it's really obnoxious for Matahari. I guess we have Antilante do some crits here just cause somewhat make up for Billy missing the 1 card, but definitely does not. Offset it a bit though. Don't think I'm forgetting anything. Alright, well let's see what Billy does. I really want to see him get Buster NP quick or NP quick. I'm quite curious what he could do here. I ain't half bad. Jesus Christ, man. It's a big gun. Shame he's not an event servant, man. That would that'd be swell. If only we could, you know, get that other buffer in there. Also, shame that I can't use Ku. Because Ku is a Lancer, so he has a higher damage mod, and he's got his own damage up skill. And because the thing, Billy does not have any damage up for his NP. He only has damage up for his normal cards. Although his NP is upgraded and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty sure he can break right now because you could just NP again. If he does break right here, we'll reset. I don't want to actually in this, but I think he got that. Especially if he crits. If he doesn't crit, maybe not. But if he crits, he's probably got it. He lost one of his buffs though, and they have now damage resist. So I don't know how big their damage resist is. It's not so big that you start doing no damage, but. Yeah, I think he got that. Oh, maybe not. God damn it, Billy. I mean, obviously he would get it done the next turn or the turn after whenever he gets cards, but not quite there. Not quite. No need to zip the Abagus. Very close, very close. Yeah, Billy's voice is the same as Greg's. Just very different, like, tone there. Alright, so he'd break right now, clearly. Even though they got another damage resist, they only have 14k, so... Yeah, if you break the bar, it ends the fight. Okay. Let's try to min-max a little bit more on Billy. Shame if you can't get double Scatty Bouncy, that'd be pretty funny. I can actually tell with Artemis, but you have to like, it's hard to not notice, or it's hard to notice at first. But as soon as I was like, wait, is that Mordred's voice actress? Then I could really tell. But like I initially wouldn't have, I wasn't even like thinking of that, right? Because it's some range, man. But like once you realize it, you can hear it. You can definitely hear it, but it is really surprising. Because like her voice actress does a lot of characters kind of in the Mordred range, right? So you're kind of used to that, and then you hear Artemis, and it's like, what the fuck is that? Damn it! That's literally the two cards we don't want to see. Canis and Pink Valkyrie, I just don't even I don't even hear it. I don't hear it at all. Maybe I'm just tone deaf, but like I'm like, what? Where's Zaw when you need him? Although I guess I could summon Truck-kun and then use my Star Bomb, so it doesn't matter which way you do it. I can tell with Mozart. I actually knew immediately. The second I remember before I even played FGO, I heard like a clip of Mozart. I was like, oh hey, that's Gilgamesh's voice actor. Now, obviously though, it's same thing though, where it's like I can easily tell it's him, like so easily, but the inflection and everything is so different. It's not. I don't get Gilgamesh vibes from like Mozart at all, right? Like not in the slightest. Again, very good range, so. Okay, we got the quick. We can see how that compares to. Well, can't yet, but I'd like to see how that compares to his Buster and P quick. Please don't guard the defense down. I just realized that can happen, and that'll like wreck your damage. You should really put in slow-mo and save scum if you do, but lazy. Also, so we got the buff we got this time is NP up, but so we don't have a buff that'll affect our normal card. Where last time I think we had quick up, so it affected our NP and our normal cards. RNG is really annoying in this stage, by the way. So Billy's at 70, 80. I can make more stars, but I wish Atalante didn't have as many cards, because then her getting Star Absorb wouldn't be as big of a deal. Let me think. Maybe we try it with 60, 70, and if it fails, then we save scum. Oh, I'm sorry, 70, 80, and then if it fails, we use the first skill. Yeah, she makes stars. She makes 15 stars. It's just then she's likely to grab some of them. That's why I wish she only had one card, then I wouldn't have to really worry about it. Because then the stars she makes would outweigh the ones she takes, or now it's kind of like, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So I think we'll just save scum if we don't crit, and see what happens. We are favored to crit, but that 70% makes me nervous, and so does 80% because Hans.
このサンダラーで眉間に3発それで終わりさあフライだ
Fucking big NP damage though. Okay, so that would have probably done quite a bit more than what we did last time if we had gotten the same buffs. The main reason that's like roughly in the same range is because we did not get the same buffs. But that's still really good. Yeah, if we had gotten the quick buff, that would have been better overall. Sadly, the RNG on what buffs you get is just, it's all over them. There's so many different buff types that it's super random. That would be the best one too. I think the ideal turn would be you get the one that gives you all damage up, and then you get Buster NP quick. I think that would probably do the most damage. Because even though the Buster card doesn't benefit from Sciaty's quick crit thing, it benefits from the other crit stuff, and then it gives you that 50% damage boost to the other one that does crit, and then the extra attack, yada yada. So it's probably better. Well, we can get a quick Buster crit in here, but no NP, so that's... I tell you though, you could pretty reliably have Billy do the 3 million damage in a short amount of time. Don't have Billy's other crit buff though. Like how they're never attacking Billy. Wow, really? You literally need to attack Billy one time for him to NP, and they're like, nah. Nah, brah. Alright, anybody else we want to... I kind of want to do Jerker just to see how she compares. I keep saying Jerker's going to be good here, and I kind of want to... Oh my god, I have to change her command code so much, though, because she needs the burn stuff. It takes forever! I was about to click that one again, because you scroll down and it just catches your eye more, then you see command, and you're like, oh yeah, command code, and it looks like a command code, but it's not. Now, she does not need a burn command code because she applies burn herself. You just need the twins not to be shitheads and to guard it. Dude, I wish I had a level 100 Yang CE. She would do so good here. Like, oh my god, her damage here would just be fucking incredible. Let's see, where is she? So she wants this one because it's a freaking 30%. That's just crazy, dude. Like, they made that, and then they made the stupid Yang CE, and then they have a million command codes to allow you to apply burn. It's like, what were they thinking with this? Alright, then we get the anti-divinity one. So what, do we get two 30% damages? Yeah, we do. That's crazy. And then a 25%. So she's 30, 30, 25%. That's great, dude. I tell you, if there was ever a CE you wanted to save up for, it's that one. Unless you don't want to be OP, then by all means avoid it, but God. Because even if it didn't have Pierce Invulnerability, it's disgusting. But then it does have Pierce Invulnerability. And so anytime you're in a stage where you need Pierce Invulnerability, you're like, and also, I get this massive damage up. The only thing that counters it is debuff immunity. Like if a boss has constant debuff immunity or whatever, because then all it does is the Pierce Invulnerability, nothing else. I guess I'll use my Star Bomb this time. Yeah, I only got one copy of it because I just used summon tickets. I used summon tickets trying to get Brunhilde, which I did not get. But I got one copy of the Yangtze while I was at it. So when it comes back next year, I'm going to try to get the other copies of it. And I won't use it for like my team videos much because it's just too broken. But like for solos and stupid shit every once in a while, I'll definitely use it. I'm trying to make a CE bomb for it now so I can get to 100 right away. Because, you know, I get to watch Lost and everybody with their 100 Yang CEs and they get to just be so disgusting. It's like, I want to do that. One of these times we need to try Billy and not focus on the NP, focus more on the normal card stuff and see how that does. Especially because, really, it doesn't make that much sense. Wait, why am I even summoning Scatty? But because Billy doesn't, he's got the normal card boosting stuff. He doesn't have an NP boosting thing. Even though his NP hits, you know, super hard, but, Alright, so we need to summon Merlin. I guess Bond CE? Okay, we might need a double star bomb. Right, so she gives herself NP, so she gives herself 20%. If we do double Merlin, that's 60%. Oh yeah, she's a berserker, so we get Qin Gong. Ain't that nice? Yet again, it'd be better to go on turn 2 because you could get an extra buffer in there. But we're kind of testing turn 1 stuff just because. Especially with Qin Gong, though, you could get a second buffer so easy. Like, literally, you could just hope she gets a good second hand instead of first hand. And you would do, like that, and then switch to Mystic Code, and then literally any other buffer. That is so good. I almost want to do that. Maybe we do that at least once, just because that is an advantage to Buster and Qin Gong stuff, is that you could do that kind of thing so easy. You don't even need Poster Girl. Funny thing is with Poster Girl, you can actually do it twice and get another buffer, but that gets a bit random. But for now, we'll just do the more standard, and then we'll add in the other buffer. What do we do NP wise though? I mean CE wise. So we definitely need Star Bomb. I hate that Dex like opens up the bar if you just like mouse over the bottom. It's really annoying. It's bad for videos. Like sometimes when I'm recording through Samsung Dex, I accidentally like move over the bottom or the top, and that will get in the video. So you have to either edit it out or start over or you know whatever. And it's kind of annoying. All right, so we've got 20, 40, 60, 70. We have 70 NP battery. So, unfortunately, that's like basically like having none, because we can't now bring, like, you know, Art of Death or whatever. So I guess we just stick with this because it's such a in-the-middle CE. We definitely don't do that, though, if we use Qin Gong to switch in another buffer. Alright, so we're looking for any 2 Buster cards. Preferably the ones with the 30% damage up, but we'll just take what we get. Yeah, when they rerun this, we'll hopefully have the Yang CE then. And maybe even Qin Gong's Bond CE. Then we'll really get some damage in. Jerker's in this event, so...
Kind
of just a gag, but you know, welcome to event stories. Well, we'll check the damage real quick, but that's not what we wanted. And yeah, we got quick up, which doesn't help at all. It does nothing. You want Buster up or NP up? Preferably Buster up, but oh, actually, she actually wants quite a few. You can either get the Coup Alter one, so the Buster up, that's good. The Everybody one, because it gives Buster up as well, so that's good. And then the Benkei one, which gives NP up. So there's 3 good ones for her. Wow. Maybe we have to bring another Star Bomb. But I know she's a berserker, but like that's why Mori was nice, by the way. That's pretty nasty. By the way, I'm sure Rex is happy that just happened. Well, maybe we'll get lucky.
炎は獣に、竜は我が手に。くさびを破壊し、命の鎖を引きちぎる。フェルターボルト、フォイアンドアーヘ。
Not even close to Billy on that one. That was pretty good though. She can do a fuckload if we got a good hand there. RNG didn't go well for Jerker Rex, that's what happened. Although she ended up critting anyway. So with Double Buster, she'd probably get them down to about 1 million. And if you got a damage buff. That was another thing, we didn't get a damage buff that helped us at all. We got quick up, you know, whoop-de-doo. We could probably bust it though in 2 or 3 turns as well if things go well, I would think. She falls off a lot harder than Billy does though. Billy was surprisingly good here. Yeah, you're right, Cairo, it does. It gives you, it gives you 50 fucking stars. So you don't even need to bring Star Bomb. You could just bring, like, Ox King and crap like that. It's disgusting. Yeah, it's so much fucking RNG. Billy really cuts out a lot of the RNG here. Alright, anything else you want to test last second? Because I do want to move on. I don't want to be stuck on this stage forever, even though it's the only fun fucking stage in this entire event, but... God, Shuna. That'd be really hard because we would lose Merlin. Pinth wouldn't do very well, unfortunately. Pinth doesn't make... Pinth's whole shtick is doing pretty good damage herself and then helping other people do even more. Like, she's a good combo piece, right? Because then she can NP with them and that kind of thing. But on her own, she's kind of bad because she doesn't have an upgraded NP. She doesn't have that much damage up for herself. You know, it's like 38% or something. And then... You know, mine's not Grailed, she's not an event servant, you know, she doesn't really do anything too spectacular. Robin. Mine Robin is only 70, so, I mean, we can do it real quick just to see. But because it's just 70, I feel like we might... And I don't... Robin, we're gonna do Robin so dirty, because I don't have Tam. I've got Merlin and Scatty, you know, big supports for Robin, but I don't have Tam. So that's because Tam adds, you know, art up, NP up, you know, she's just so much damage. We can summon Rex's Tam, and we will, but having double Tam would be a hell of a lot better. Or Tam Castoria, or what have you. If we fused, you'd have all 5 of them. Feels bad. One of these days. Let's do the fusion dance with Rex real quick and... You know, Rex, we would actually have... Can we get the Bond CE, Rex? We would have such a disgusting account if... oh, I should give Robin command codes. Maybe give his, like, NP damage up. Oh, hell, Rex, can you give... Oh, you already have one. Yeah, I was like, slap the team NP boost thing on her. But she already has it, so there we go. Rex knows what's up.
Yeah.
Zilla Green would probably be the one, I feel. But yeah, we would have such a... We would have a monster account, dude. Let's see, I guess we give Robin the self NP up on Buster, and I guess team NP up on Art. Because Robin, we're not really going for big crits. Although it's funny, he can actually go for big crits pretty easy because he's got a Star Bomb skill. But we're not going to bother with that. Because ours is just 70 and everything, so it's like whatever. Actually, I guess we put on quick. That way I don't have to respec as much. Because it doesn't matter what card it's on, really. You know, Rex, I feel the Will Mate interlude that eventually. At the rate that the ad made interludes, though, it might take a while. 2030, yeah, something like that. I actually hope I do get Tam someday, just so when we do stupid shit like this, we can get really, really disgusting. I want to give him Black Grail because it's so good for Robin, but it'd be very hard for him to NP that way. Because I don't have Castoria. If I had Castoria, it wouldn't be a problem, but let's see. Well, we need Robin on the team, that's a must. Waver makes sense. Waver makes so much sense because he can overcharge Robin, holy shit. Yeah, I will not burn Tam if I get Tam. I will definitely keep that. It'll probably take a while for me to... What's her mats? Let me look. The hard part's not even the mats necessarily, it's the QP. Like, holy crap. 5-star QP cost, dude. I freaking hate it. Well, she needs bones, and that's horrific, but all the other mat costs are very easy. It's basically, can you weather these bones, and then it's smooth sailing. But she'll punch you in the gut there with the bones. Because everything does. We've got Mozart with Bond CE, that's really good. I really want to try to make this work, but I don't know if we'd be able to go off on turn 1 with that 80% damage though, man. Like, it's amazing. We could also do Demonic, because that gives us enough. I wonder if... How much does Demonic actually add in comparison to having some kind of, like, damage up, right? Because this only gives 400 attack, and then the overcharge bonus. Where we could have, you know, this, which gives the 15% and then 2,000. So I'm not actually sure Demonic would be any better on Robin. His overcharge is nice, but it's not like it's, you know, it's not like on par with some of the other ones. Yeah, it doesn't actually add that much per tick. Like, it's nice. It's certainly nice to get Robin's overcharge, but it doesn't add, like, as much as Arash's does and stuff. Yeah, I think Golden Sumo is better. It's just Golden Sumo is so far behind Black Grail. You know what, chat? We're going to use a command spell, and the reason we're going to do that is because he's not grailed. We're over here using 100 Billy and Orion and y'all. We're just gonna CS Robin. You know, fuck it. What do we bring then? So I still don't mind Waver because Waver will add the defense down and the attack up and the overcharge. That is a lot. What's our other options? We got Mozart, we got Hohenheim. Mozart is definitely better. So if Mozart NPs, he also can overcharge, but the Bond CE on Mozart is a lot more reliable because you don't have the fail. Let me think. Seem to be the main pieces that we have to work with, I would think. The problem is if we wanted to bring in Mozart, we're gonna lose something. We're either gonna lose Waver's NP, which is a huge hit, or we're gonna lose Tam's Bond CE, which sucks too. It's like, isn't it 15% art up? I don't have Castergill Bond CE. I don't think Castergill adds as much as Mozart here. Mozart's adding 64%. We could give Castergill, though, K-Scope, and then he could also NP. And he does do defense down. Let's see, Castergill, I don't think he's max. Yeah, Castergill's not going to be as much. If Castergill had, like, a few other things, like, going in his favor, then he would be better than Mozart. But because Mozart is his Bond CE, Castergill doesn't, I don't think he's better. And I don't think he's 10-10-10 either, and I don't want to make him 10-10-10 just for this. I'll make him 10-10-10 someday, though. Yeah, no, he's not at all. So yeah, he's definitely not up there with Mozart. It's 10%. I think we have to. I think this sucks. I think we have to switch out Tam, so we'll lose the Bond CE. That really sucks. But I can't think of. The only way we don't is if I can replace Waver with somebody else that can be on par. Let's see, there's Matahari, but Matahari only gets 60% if she NPs as well. She's 40% otherwise. What are my other options here? There's Asterios, but again, he needs to NP. Because we're not going to hit the defense down cap, so we're freer to use some of these other supports that we normally don't. It's a shame that Robin doesn't have Divinity. What else do we got? So what we need is a second Tam. We need a second. We need the second Tam to show up with the Bond CE. So, unless I'm mistaken, Mozart spawn CE is better than Tam, so let me make sure. Because obviously you could switch them around and put Mozart in the front, but I'm pretty sure it's better to have Mozart be the final unit because of his spawn CE is a little bit better. Yeah, his is 20%. Let me make sure Tam's is not more than... I'm assuming hers is 15, but I'm not sure. Yeah, hers is 15. Okay, so Mozart it is. We could CS, depending on like what the turn is. Here, oh shit, that's another thing though. Tam could potentially get her art card. And then Robin might not have one of his, and we could get an NP up that way. Yeah, what do I... You think Green Man's gonna have Kiara leveled up? What do I look like, Cairo? Jesus, get that shit out of here. What a joke. And we need to get a good D emote. I love that Rue D emote. It's great. And I love the blue one, like just the generic blue face. I think it's on better Twitch emotes or whatever. It's not on FFC, but it's just like that blue D face. It's so good. I need to get that set up just so we have it. That's really good too, Maniac. Yeah, I want one like that. Maniac, can you send me that emote later on Discord? Because I need that for reference material later. Gotta get a good D emote made. Alright, so Tam didn't get the thing, and neither did Robin. I'm just resetting. Neither of them got the NP buff thingy. We have so many of those in the deck, and we didn't get any of them. Hey, it's more FP for Rex, so... Yeah, we need Hanako D and Hanako H. Hanako H is gonna be the Roman soldier. Cause there was a guy who was named Roman Soldier H and he killed Hercules and it was a bunch of bullshit, so he like crit like a champ. So he gets to be a hyper. The thing is, it's gonna be tough because the emote must be good on its own. It's gotta be a good hyper emote that even if you don't know about the Roman soldier nonsense, it still needs to look good. It still needs to capture that vibe. I would not complain, Maniac. However, you gotta follow certain things for it to be a channel emote, right? You have to have the 3 sizes and all that nonsense. But yeah, we might be able to work something like that out. You know, Maniac is always... Dude, Maniac has made some fucking awesome emotes, by the way. Okay, we at least got one of our things. One's good enough. 2 would have been great, but 1 is good enough. Alright, let's not fuck this up. So we need to do... LOL, we can totally drain him. That's funny. Fuck it up. And we just stun him, I guess. Although, wait, might stun him. We're not actually trying to do the 3 million, so... Okay... God, her buff is so good. I can't believe people think she's bad. She's so good. Dude, it's so easy to loop with her now. Like, and while you're looping, you're just doing so much damage. And then you got the whole cooldown reduction nonsense, and it's just like, yep, this is silly. I'm gonna do slow-mo and then save scum if we don't get the poison. Although it's only 5 AP, it's probably not worth save scumming for that. But they have kind of high magic resist. Okay, we're good. Yeah, they have like 20% or something. So, you know, it's the old 80%. Everyone loves that. Now, we could use another CS on Mozart to overcharge it even more, but that's probably He might miss the defense down and everything. We don't want to give him that much help. That's cheating. That like the one CS kind of makes up for the not being grailed and everything, like compared to what he's competing with. But I think any more than that is kind of cheating. So we won't do that. We'll just do the one. All right. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I think we're good here. We want to do this first for the NP up. Alright, what you got, Robin? Turn 1 damage. Yep, 40% defense down. It's quite nice. Wow. Wow, that's a level 70 unit, by the way. That's crazy because Billy was 100 and Billy had better support. Like Billy had more support and Billy didn't do that much damage. And you know, Billy's 100 and 2k foe and all this nonsense. That is ridiculous. Fucking Robin Hood, dude. That is crazy. That is so crazy. My god. Okay, I think it's time to move on. I guess we'll do the 3 million for realsies, but we'll do a Billy setup. I think Billy's one of the more reliable ways to do it. Okay, let's see here. I mean, we don't have Tomoe, so it doesn't work. Like, I have to, it just doesn't work if I don't have the DP. Actually, I do have Tomoe, to be fair. But she's like level 40, 111, you know. Like, that ain't gonna be doing shit. But like a level 100 Tomoe, NP5, you know, the works, she would do pretty well because she's got a lot of stuff in her favor there. Okay, switch the middle one. Now, we could go for more damage now, but I don't want the RNG to be too stupid, so we'll probably try to keep it simple here. Oh, I need to give him command codes, hold on. You could probably do it without, but... Wait, is she leveled? Excuse me. I don't even know. Let me look. Where is my Tomoe? I know I have her. I've had her for a while. I've just never... Oh, she is leveled. Excuse me. There's no way her skills are up, though. Yeah, look, I haven't even done her thing. And look at these faux items. Yeah, she's 111. The reason, by the way, it's not like I hate Tomoe or anything. It's just because I have a lot of friends that have, like, really, you know, beefy Tomoes, right? You know, been hitting the gym, so... I don't have much need for her, and it's not like I don't like super hyper either, so I don't like need my own. So that's why she's in such a bad state. I should probably give her faux items though. But yeah, she's pretty far away from being ready there. No, Caesar's not even close. I don't know why so many people think Caesar's like he doesn't even give like 40% damage up. Fucking Atalante gives fucking 65%. The one way that Caesar could be good is if Caesar is 10-10-10 and he has his bond CE, right? And then you do like the full quick thing. Then Caesar's pretty good. But if you don't have the bond CE, it's pretty hard to keep up with fucking 65%. And again, why do I have to keep saying this? Say it with me, chat. Crit up doesn't affect your fucking NP. And when your NP is doing like 1.5 million, it's a lot more important than the fucking crits. Like, Jesus, I don't know why people keep like trying to compare. Like, Atalante gives 65% to the crits, and to the NP. It's kinda good. Now there are some setups where you're relying way more on like the crit damage, right? But that's not what's happening here. Not with that attitude, alright? Alright, let's get some command codes here.
やあ、いらっしゃいだね、マスターくん。地道にコツコツやる？
Have you seen a single Kiryu Buster card? Yeah. Yeah, Super Orion wants to crit up more, definitely, but that's different. Alright, our command codes are all over the place now. Who the fuck has the crit ones? Who did we... I guess Jerker? I don't have Caesar's Bond CE on any of my accounts. I need to fix that at some point. And I actually only have him 10, 10, 10 on an A. Because I just don't use him enough to warrant his mat cost. I do like him. I like Caesar quite a bit, and he's a very good budget unit. The thing is, he works... What he's supposed to do on a budget setup, he can do without being 10, 10, 10. The only time you're like, oh my god, I gotta have him 10, 10, 10 is if you are buff stacking with his Bond CE. But I like never do that, so it's just not been worth it, because his... You know, he likes a lot of hero proofs, so... Yeah, it hasn't happened yet. Maybe one of these days, though. I mean, that wouldn't help. That wouldn't help at all, because a lot of these servants that don't have command codes, their slots unlocked. Like, what? You think I'm never going to use Karna? Like, of course I'll just unlock the cards and then slot them in. We do that all the time, where the unit we're looking for... Because, like, then you have to worry about, wait, did I unlock their cards or not? That's a million times more obnoxious. Like, so often we come here and we literally just unlock their card and slap a command code in it. Like, that's not... That's super common. Alright, because we're going for like multi-turn stuff, we'll give his art card some shenanigans. Wait, what did I just do? That is not right. We don't have burn, unfortunately. Yeah, Caesar has some a nice kit though. If you get his Bond CE and you're trying to do buff stacking stuff, it's pretty sweet if you're doing like quick crit NP stuff. Because he gives attack up, NP up, crit up, and then the Bond CE is quick up, which will, be both. So it's pretty nice. And he's a 3-star, right? Everybody has him. So he can keep up with a lot of these, like, bigger supports that you don't have. Not everyone's going to be able to do double Scatty and then Atalante or whatever, right? So he can fill in quite nicely. I wonder if Billy would actually get more from this. I don't remember how much it gives. I want to say 15%. He actually might. I like how I can't look at it because it's on Robin. This fucking game, by the way. Let me think. It's 15%. Most of it. The only thing I don't like about that is we may not. The Buster card might not even happen on the NP turn. We might do like a Buster crit later, and then it's doing nothing. So it's probably not worth it. And like for burst damage it potentially is, but for like longevity value it's probably not the way to go. I should probably do the 20, well, nah, we'll keep the quick one there. Really, I should put Merlin on this one, but also there's this old thing. Theoretically, this can be so amazing, right? If it just hits the right card thing, and if you are like syncing up card colors and everything, there are times that it can be super good, but the RNG is just way too fucking high on that thing. So there's a lot of things I could put on this card that would be really good that I'm probably not going to put on this card because they're equipped to other people and I am too lazy to move all that around. So, what do we even go with here? In the long run, I want him to have this, but I'm gonna have to do so much sorting after this stream, dude. It's gonna be super obnoxious. There's not much that I can put on this that's any good. That's like not equipped to somebody else. I can do like just the generic crit up. I don't really want to give it Star Absorb because it might take away from another turn, from like a quick card or something. Okay, so honestly, we might, now that I think about it, you might be better off doing that, just because then you can double NP so easily. And NPing twice, is this better? It depends, because the thing is, if you get lucky, you can NP twice without the starting NP, and that's ultimately better, because then you're NPing twice with both of them having this on it. We'll do this, we'll just, fuck it. RNG, let's go. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll give us that 50% starting NP on turn 1. That's the good shit. Also, give me that bond. Oh yeah, I think I still need bond on the welfare. Not much I can give them to be useful here, unfortunately. Can you imagine a CE? Let's see, where is that one? I have no idea what level it is. This is a CE that I like never use. It does have some niche application though, that's good. Where the hell is it? I have no idea, like, what, there it is. So, if they had a CE like this, but it did, like, quick up or buster art or auto, that would be so broken, dude. This is the only CE in the, like, entire game that affects the front row from the back row, right? That's crazy. But it's just health, which can be nice, especially if it's limit broken, but, normally there's something better, right? Maybe someone dies and she gets to NP, who knows? I just want the bond, really. Okay, so preferably we want quick. But if we get Buster NP quick, that's good too. I think if they add any of the Olympian gods, it's gonna be a while. But I could see some of them getting in eventually. Like, they even have unused expressions and stuff, so... I would love it if for when they finally do the Summer Olympics, if they would do like an, you know, Olympian-themed event, because that's what the Olympic, you know, that's the whole point, right? You know, Olympics, Olympian, that's the thing. And like you have like the gods overseeing the games, and you can have the servants competing and stuff. That would be awesome. And then they add some of the Olympian gods, right? And like how you explain it, it's pretty easy to explain. Like, it's so bizarre to me that people act like you can't add them. Because they're like, but they're not like Ishtar and stuff. That's dumb. That's so dumb. And the reason it's dumb is because Quetz exists. Do people not understand what's happening there? Right, like literally, do people, if Quetz gets to be playable, you can make anyone playable. Because Quetz does have a vessel, but surprise, surprise, her vessel is someone we've never seen and never will, as just an unknown person that miraculously has the exact same character design that they want for her. You just do the same thing for any other god. You're like, yep, they have a vessel, but it's not someone from, you know, another Fate work. It's not Bazet or Sakura or whatever, you know, it's just some Jim Bob you've never heard of, and wow, he happens to have the exact same build and look as the, you know, as Ares or whatever, right? That's just what you do, right? And same for Joan of Arc, that's what they already did, so it's really easy to justify. And in terms of like, oh, but Zeus is much stronger than normal gods and stuff. First off, that's the Lost Belt version, not the regular pin history one. And then, it's just such a, who gives a shit? The Scath isn't supposed to be summonable, period, but oh look, they made up some horse shit to make her summonable, and then she's super not supposed to be summonable in the extra universe, and then oh look, they made up even more bullshit to just contrive a reason for her to be summonable. So it's like, it's not an issue, so if they want it to be a thing, they can make it a thing. They're never going to say anything about Quetz's vessel because they just contrived it for Quetz, so it's never going to happen. And like what Rex said is exactly it. And it's basically a way for them to add Quetz as just Quetz. right? So they're never going to explain anything about the vessel. And if they did do the Olympian gods, I don't think they would say anything about their vessels either. They were just like, yep, it was some random priestess or worshiper or whatever that happens to be like the perfect match for them. That's what they've done, right? So yeah, I don't think they're gonna say anything, and I think it's probably better that way. Because really, I don't really like them doing the vessels that happen to be a character we know, because then it's like a crapshoot if you actually get the character you like, or you get an accurate representation of the deity you like. Like, that's the thing. Some people just like Ishtar from like the legends and stuff, and they don't really get that. They get retarded instead. That's not so great, right? And so, like, if you want Zeus, you want Zeus. You don't want, you know, Shinji or whatever, right? But if you want Shinji, you don't want Zeus. So, yeah, the way to add popular characters is make them welfares like they've done, like with Shiki and Fujino, and that's the better way to do it, in my opinion. Okay. This is not the ideal opening hand. I might use it anyway just to see what happens, but this is so much less damage if you did quick or Buster quick. It's still good, but it's a lot less damage than it could be. But I think we'll roll with it, because at least you get a lot of NP gain out of it. So the initial turn won't be nearly as impressive as it could be, but it will allow for like a repeat NP quite easily. It probably is better actually not to use Billy's first skill this turn. It's probably better to use it later, but fuck it. Does Scatty have debuff success chance up on his passive? Let me look. I don't remember. His waiver does, and it's quite nice. Yeah, she does, 10%. So, they only have a 10% chance of resisting it. That's nice. Yeah, I'd be totally down if they added extra Shinji. Extra Shinji's awesome. You have 70 stars. That star bomb didn't really work out, but it is what it is. Alright, well, this is gonna be a little disappointing, but it should still be good.
Okay.
We got the quick up though from the stage gimmick, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that we could have done so much more damage there. We could have gone down to like 700k there. Also, I don't think we high rolled on the NP. If anything, I think we low rolled compared to what we've seen from before, I think. Yeah, that could have been a heck of a lot better. I like how they're not attacking. Way to go, guys! Fuck it. At least we got the starting NP, so I guess it's fine, but that's pretty annoying. And then we got like the worst hand ever for Billy. So all of his other cards are in the final hand. Which sucks, because that was kind of our last turn of having like some stars. Do I have Atalanta? Yeah, I guess we do this. Have her try to do something. That really is not a good series of events for us. It'll be fine, it's just, that could have been a lot better. I should have been card counting for Atalante, because if she has like no cards in the third hand, I should have saved her first skill. Yeah, we could have broken there. I think we've done better. But now that our crit chance is kind of gone, it's not looking so good. And they have another damage resist, so... Billy, why couldn't you get this hand last turn? 60% chance for greatness. But that's better than 50. Oh, okay, we'll get that one. That's fuck. That one had the double, you know, quick crit thing. That sucks. Well, we so easily could have broken by now. That's unfortunate. Because yeah, every turn that it goes, you know, your damage goes down and down. You get more and more damage. Rip Atalante. I messed up. This slot should have been the welfare. I could have. That would have been easy to set it up that way. That's like a pretty big mistake. I'm actually gonna restart. Like I'm sure we can do 100k, but there's so many little things that went wrong here that was not satisfying. I make that mistake all the time where I don't set up the switch properly like that. I've done that so many fucking times. Because like, you don't want Scatty coming back. Although I guess we don't want Ku ever because he's the wrong class here. I guess the best is probably NP quick. Even though I think it might be slightly less damage that turn, it's good because you make some stars, so you might crit. Like you want the Buster card in the second hand. I think you'd want like NP quick, no other Billy cards, and then Buster, maybe even Art in the next hand. That's probably the ideal. We're probably not gonna get a good buff this round though. Or, you know, that's pretty good. It's not as good as the other one. The other one's amazing because you get the stars and everything. That's pretty good too. That's the next best one, I would think. Oh my god, game, why? I mean, I'm sure you can do the 3 million eventually that way. I think Billy can always do the 3 million if you have a halfway competent team. If you wanted to do this though super reliably and you weren't worrying about doing it quickly, you would probably want to work in some like taunt because of their Pearson vulnerability single target NP, so taunt would be really good. Yeah, that was a pretty good buff. I'm not sure, I've never tested any of this, but I would assume the quick up is larger than if you get the Buster quick art up. So the quick up is potentially the best buff for us. The everything is nice though because of the star bomb, that removes a lot of RNG. Although it means the CE we're bringing on Scatty does nothing, but what are you gonna do? Why did they give them, like, I don't understand when why did they have that awkward amount of health? Why don't they just have 3 million? I don't, why do they do that? I don't get it. Are they like trying to do some bullshit math? You know, like, oh, this will just slightly, you know, put it out of a damage range of this thing, or I don't get it. Like, I absolutely don't get it. Double art. I guess we try it, but double art is like, that's really bad. You don't want that. You're gonna do so... The one thing that could save you is if you just high roll like a champ on the NP. I think we don't use our crit stuff then. We use the first one because it lasts 3 turns, but I don't think we use our other crit up. But it's the only... Yeah, oh my god, no wonder. This really is bad. Because it's right, Atalante is quick up, specifically. So yeah, you want your fucking quick cards. Absolutely, you want your quick cards on turn 1, not the art cards. Hey, Akud. Thank you for the 4-month resub, dude. Yeah, it's good for the loops, but it's bad for the damage, so... I could give Star Bomb to my other unit in the back.
Okay. さあ早打ち勝負だ。先に抜いてもいいよ。僕の方が早い。ファイヤー！ファイヤー！呪いな。
Man, we could do so much more damage there, man. One nice thing about that though is there's no RNG in getting our NP. Wait, shouldn't I have then waited to use Atalante's quick up? Should I just waited? Because we still have both quick cards in the deck. I feel like I should have just waited to use it. Because the other buffs last 3 turns. So... RNG, please. That worked out. Yeah, I think I should have saved Atalante's quick up. It would have been the exact same here, but just more. So yeah, that was not right. I wish someone else got their fucking Buster card so Billy could get the 50% on his quick.
決闘受けてみる決闘
Yes.
OK 予言するよこのサンダラーで眉間に3発それで終わりクライア
Oh, the misplays. Could y'all attack Billy? If y'all could attack Billy right now, that'd be amazing. Come on, Nobu. No, no, that's... Nope, that's still not Billy. Pretty sure the only damage Billy has taken is from Black Grail. How unsatisfying.
OK 了解くらえ
I like how we still don't have it, and then now the buffs are gone, so if we got it that turn, it wouldn't be that good. It's probably enough to break, but... How is that? That's the only time they ever attacked Billy. Out of that whole thing, that was it. Fantastic. Again, clearly we can do the damage, but I want, you know, I want those numbers, man. I need those digits. Why is it so hard to get a fucking... either Bond CE or Star Bomb here. God damn it. I want to buy Zaw. Zaw got my back here. But I can't ever summon him. There we go. I am kind of leaning towards, though, giving up on Black Grail, just because we have a lot of normal card damage we can potentially do. It'd be an interesting way to try. I do wonder, like, our crits would be a... We'll stick with it for now, especially because if you get that battery, it's... Yeah, I know you don't, Cairo. I have pointed that out several times. I don't know why you don't have it maxed. I mean, it's probably Void Dust, but, you know, it's kind of worth... And you're such a Lancelot fan. You guys don't understand. Cairo, like, runs around in his room with, like, a Lancelot helmet on, right? He is such a Lancelot fan. And he doesn't care to make his support, like, the best possible. Brah. He does sometimes. If you're finding some crazy hard content, then, you know, the more the merrier, right? Like, sure, for generic farming, you're probably not gonna need it outside of, like, some events that are harder than normal, but... Can a cowboy get a quick card? Defense down's not useless, though. Defense down's great. There's plenty of times it's good. Helps the back row if they come in, is just straight more damage, gives you more overkill, also comes with a crit down. Like, when you find those Knights of the Round, right? The Shadow Knights, you want every advantage you can get, right? Some extra damage and some crit down ain't bad at all. Lancelot is a strong, independent Frenchman who doesn't need no defense down. This is nonsense. So what you're saying, Rex, is Cairo never casts either of the Scatty's second skill then, right? Because if he doesn't need it, then... I cannot get over the fact that their profile says that the twins are the same height. That it's objectively wrong. Either that or their just art is objectively wrong, or how they stand relative to each other in their, like, story art is objectively wrong, right? Because he is farther away from the camera, right? He's farther away from the camera, and he's taller than her. Okay, so, you know, way to go, guys. And then she's wearing heels, and he's not. So it's like, he's clearly taller than she is, right? And even in their, like, art in the story, same thing. So I'm like, what's going on here? She's just cheating. Okay, we got the worst everything. We got the, like, Billy benefits from the quick up, from the all up, the NP up, you know, but we got the fucking art up, so no thanks on that one. And then we got art card again. We need Buster quick or quick. Either one. Oh, thanks, Lost. Making things a little bit easier here. It's like when you measure people, you don't measure them by like their hair, right? You can't have the guy with the afro being like, yeah, I'm, you know, 5 inches taller because of this. Like, no, that's not how that works. You don't measure the top hat, right? Someone wears a top hat, you don't measure that. That laugh, though. God damn it, man! Just why do we get the art card so much? And then now we're whiffing a card. Now, oh my god, game, why though? Like, just give me a Buster or the Quick, right? And we're good. And I don't need a third card because the third card goes to waste. I mean, you could theoretically just not use your NP here. Is that right? I'm trying to think. Is there any world where it's correct for me to not NP right here? I don't think so. Like, this is, you know, it's still something, right? But we're whiffing a card. And we're whiffing damage. Maybe we can high roll and make up for it, but, this is not ideal. I think Buster is pretty swell, but Quick is good too because of Atalante. Game just doing Billy dirty. I don't think we've ever done Buster NP Quick for Billy. We've done Quick and things like that on some other setups, but we've never done the Buster NP Quick. And I think with Atalante and everything, that'd be pretty awesome getting that 50%. That one Quick card would just hit so hard. Do I use her thing now? Probably. It's only hitting the NP and the Quick card, but still. Oh, the sadness. I wonder how hard I could make my Sanson hit. Dude, if we could just find somebody that, you know, had his niches, you could just get such incredible damage out of them, but never happens. Dude, we could totally get them down to like 700k on that turn. It's so incredible. I love that voice line. I want him to say that when he has no teammates. Do that in Q when he's the last unit. Be kind of incredible. Okay, Atalante only has one card, so this should be theoretically a net game on Billy critting. There we go. Especially because Billy's got some pretty decent star absorb himself. No, I mean, we can destroy the twins quickly with most of these setups we're doing. I want to see optimal, right? I want to see, like, god damn it, like we could have broke if we had just gotten Buster NP Quick or NP Quick turn 1. I think we would have already broken by now. And I will say, because we're doing so much damage, I'm pretty sure 21k is within high-low roll. I'm pretty confident. We'll just move on. It's just, oh my god. I so badly wanted Buster NP Quick, dude. The crit damage there would have been so high, dude. Okay. So if we crit here, we'll break. Okay, there you go. But that's so. I wonder how much. I never looked how much. What did he have on the next one? 3.7. Yeah, that's no biggie. Okay, finally move on now. We've messed around with this enough. You could beat that stage though. Although no, if they kept ramping up with the damage resist, That might get a bit out of hand. You could probably do it. It just depends on how big the thing is. Yeah, see, look, they're showing them at the same height. They're showing them at the same height. It's that there's no world where that works, and then they actually have like what they have in the character material is correct, right? Like it doesn't work. You'd have to show her being taller. That's the only way it makes sense. If she's closer, it's worse, right? Like that makes it worse. That makes it more messed up. Like the way to logic it out is she needs to be taller than him because she's wearing fucking heels and she's closer, right? That would actually work. But they're like, nope, they're the same height, and yet we're doing everything to make that not make any sense. I really do need to record that voice line. I'll do that on my Gilgamesh Achilles account because I feel like that's a good enough of a thing that at some point I should slap that in a video. Like I really should. If we have like Ushi wreck somebody as the last man standing or whatever, we just throw that in. Because it's like the Saturday morning cartoon villain laugh, which is great, so. Wait, have I done? Okay, I guess there's no missions here. Not that caught up on side stuff. Yeah, the Raiko CE is good for like newer accounts, but it's not good for vets. There's so many older CEs that are the same thing but better, but it's totally serviceable for like newer accounts and old accounts and things like that. Okay, there's a free quest we haven't done. I've done pretty much all the side stuff for the earlier free quests though, so we're looking pretty good here. Is it full attack? I think it's full attack. I forgot. Let me see here. Yeah, it's full attack. That helps. What I don't like is, and especially, okay, so for big boy accounts, this isn't as bad because you can so easily get crits going and stuff. But for like more normal accounts or budget setups or 1 to 3 star things, I don't like things on CEs like what it has. Increased critical damage on buster cards. That's pretty shit. It really is. You might say, well, why? It's because there are so many CEs that are going to increase your damage every time that unit does anything. And, like, for example, Golden Sumo, or something that gives Buster Up and, you know, and Quick Up, and you've got like a Buster Quick deck or things like that, they still help crits. That's the thing. They still help crits. You know, 15% attack up or just Buster Up or just Quick Up, those make your crits do more. But they also make you do more if you don't crit, and they also make you do more on an NP. So like what I would really like to see on this CE would be like if it's, you know, 15% NP damage and 15% Buster Up, right? That's just, or 10% attack. You know, why don't we get attack up more? It sucks how rare attack up is on CEs, and I get it's because attack up is insanely good on CEs, but it'd be really cool to get a CE that was like 50% starting NP, 10% NP damage, and like 5 to 10% attack damage. You know, 5% or even 7%. Get weird. Do 8% if you're trying to not power creep things. Do like 8% attack up. And, you know, a 12% NP damage up. Let's go. And 50% starting NP. That's a real nice alternative to a lot of other CEs out there instead of it being such a strict downgrade. And yeah, I know attack up is kind of broken, especially when it comes to Buster people. Buster people really prefer attack up to Buster Up because Buster Up doesn't really do anything, right? It's like, it makes your star gen a little bit better. But normally Buster hit counts are so low, who cares? Like literally who cares? Where attack up will make your extra attack do more, make your NP do more, makes your busters do more. If you happen to have to sneak in an art attack or a quick attack, they do more. You know, it's very good, right? It's very, very good. But this thing gives 15% NP up, and then that's pretty much all it does for most units, right? If you're doing Hercules doesn't crit very often. And even if you set up a crit for him, and that one crit does a lot of damage because of the CE, it's not really that good though, because every other action Hercules does is going into debt, right? For example, this is why the Raiko CE is not even close. It's not even close to Aerial Drive. outside of maybe if you're doing crazy Merlin stuff or 2030 shenanigans, right, and you're critting like all the time. But if you're not critting like constantly, every single time Hercules does a Buster card, or every single time he ends P's, you're falling behind on damage. Every time. Every single fucking time. And by the time you finally crit, all that extra crit damage is just going into the debt, and it's not going to pay it off, right? So I really don't like CEs like that. They're still good. They're better than nothing. Like, fuck it, I'll take it over nothing. But because the thing is, what this CE is actually doing for most Buster units is 15% damage up for NP. That's not very good. That's just not. Like, that's not very good. There are a million CEs that have 15 or 50% starting NP and can do more than 15% damage on your NP, or at least 15%, and at least something else, right? Like, you're probably not going to be critting at key times often enough for that to really matter. Like, there are times it matters, of course, but there's so many times that it doesn't. That's why I'm not crazy about that CE at all. Yeah, Orion has not had a good time with freebie CEs lately. I hope they do something about that. Because he's so popular, and there's other units like him, so... The thing is, even for Zerkalot, sometimes it's not. Not every Zerkalot setup, especially for like free-to-play setups, are actually going to have him critting that consistently. And a lot of times he's going to crit, because when you crit with his other cards, they don't get anything, right? Like, it's in there. Now, sometimes it doesn't matter, because sometimes burst damage is all you care about, right? It's about getting that Buster crit at the right time to break the health bar. And so for real, it's not like the Raikou CE is bad, it's not. But it's not really that different than like the Suzuka Gozen one, right? Because most units aren't going to be specifically Buster crit spamming that much, so it's so easy for it to kind of fall off. Basically, like, what I'm saying is Drunken Jolter and Golden Sumo are just so much better all of the time. And then for individual units, like for Buster, Aerial Drive a lot of the time is almost always better. And even though there's a few times it's not better, because, okay, I think Lost will agree with me on this. The few times that the Raikou CE is better than Aerial Drive, it's by a minuscule amount. Where there is a lot of situations where Aerial Drive is going to be significantly better than the Raikou one. And that's why overall I would say it's better. Because even though when the Raikou one is falling behind, it's barely falling behind. But when it's ahead, it's going to be quite a bit ahead. And it's so much more user-friendly, and it's just applicable to so many more things. And same for Drunken Jolter and Golden Sumo. And yeah, that's a situation a lot of people are in Lost, is they've already got their old CEs leveled. So they're like, what? Like, are you gonna really level the Raikou one, even if it's only a hair bit better, right? And you have to level all the way to 100? Like, it's just not worth it. So this is probably a nothing stage, so we'll just get Bond on random people and do silly anime. Well, who's someone we don't use much? Let's see. And we can show off Avenger Ushi, we've barely used her. We'll slap Moriku in the back, and Canis, I suppose, because get that Bond. Wait, do I still need Bond on the welfare, the burb? I think she only needs Bond 4, so I don't think it really matters, but I should get Bond 5 just to be safe, so we'll bring her. As we can show her animations off real quick. Wait, where did she go? What happened? What did I do? Oh, there she is. That's another random thing we can show off. Oh, here we go. No, this team makes no sense, has no synergy, no reason to use these units, but just cuz. I feel like we need a command for her. Her laugh is good enough that could use a command. What am I looking for right now? I guess the Bond boost. I knew something was off. How long does it take to level a CE to 100? It depends on how you approach it, really. There's no set time frame. But it takes a lot of XP, I'll put it that way. See ya, TG. Like, you can potentially do it in a day if you have an FFP, or if you've stockpiled event CEs, if you've, you know, if you've CE bombed a lot. But, you know, the average time it makes to make CE bombs also varies, because it depends on how you play, what you do, what you use your mana prisms for, what do you do with your 3-star CEs, what do you do, how often do you roll, right? How much FP do you get from your supports? Like, there's so many variables to how long that kind of thing is going to take. And like, also, what are you doing, right? Are you, because a lot of people don't, like, pick a CE and level it to 100 and never touch the other CEs. But what most people do is you start working towards 100 on a CE, but they're still trying to get, like, other basic, you know, CEs for general gameplay up to, like, 30, 40 or whatever, right? So, yeah, there's no answer, unfortunately.
天下万世の死であるぞビクトー標本ためになるの頃合いであるな
Okay, chat, what I'm about to ask is unbelievably random, but they're both Lancers, so... Well, they're not Lancers, but they both use Halberds, is what I'm getting at. Who do you like more, the new Tengu, you know, the Welfare, or Baldy? And that's a super random one, but I just randomly thought of that. I think Baldy will win this. Baldy's pretty popular, I feel. I would say Baldy too. I like Baldy a lot. It looks like Baldy's winning, yeah. There's some Tengu hype in there. It's actually kind of close, actually. A lot of Tengu coming in now. Now there's Tengu everywhere now. Where's Cairo when you need him? But yeah, Baldy by a landslide for me. Although Baldy's gameplay can be very frustrating, character-wise and all that, and design, voice acting-wise. I'm a big fan. I should have cast that last turn. Oh, we got a poll. Okay, chat, you can vote now on Baldy versus Welfare. Wow, Baldy's getting wrecked now. Feels bad. Not even close. That voice acting though for Uchi. Dude, there's a double Tengu boss in Ninja Gaiden 2. That was, I remember, pretty fun to fight off memory. And they're like really classical looking Tengu. They're kind of like the trash mobs in this. Oh, I get it, because Valkyrie are here. Man, Uchi didn't do anything for like this entire... Alright, I'm doing a free quest right now. I thought I was doing main story. We're doing a fucking free quest. Why did I bring this team then at all? I didn't bring bonus drops or anything. What the hell am I doing right now? Yeah, I thought I was doing main story. This is not main story. This is just a free quest we had never done. Just grabbing the apple. I don't think we need this free quest though. Unless you need to kill Brunhilde or something. But I like her, Rex. Unless you're talking about Kiyohime, you can have that one. There we go, everybody getting Bond. Okay. Well, we beat a mission for that. I could have done that free quest so long ago. I was just intentionally keeping that main story thing. That was pretty fun though, making Billy do the 3 million damage though. I enjoyed that because, you know, Billy's a 3-star and everything, and one of my favorites, so. Alright, let's see if there was actually any reason to do that stage. Nope. You don't even need to kill Brunhilde. The only reason to do that, you probably need to clear it once for a mission, but other than that, And like there's missions to do like each area like 5 times or 10 times or something, but you could do any of the 3 nodes, so I don't think that one in particular matters. I really shouldn't be using apples right now, but I want to catch up on this event. Wait, is this a free quest or is this the main story? What am I doing? It's a freaking free quest again. What do I need to do? I probably need to do whatever this stage is a few times. So we'll go with spawn boosting nonsense. What do we want to do here? Don't really care about winning quickly, especially because we're going to have more than 3 enemies per wave, so this is not really the time for that. Who do we want to... But we can enable somebody to try to be disgusting. What do I want to use? Fighting casters. I wonder how Medusa could do. Get some big normal card damage on Medusa or something. There's Ricky Boy. Martha. Always Ushi, because she's got the new animation update. Let's do Ushi. Let's just see what damage we can get out of Ushi. Let's try to make Ushi hit hard while we do this. Do I just bring double scatty? Or do we try to like... We could get a little more budget and throw Alex in there and have Alex like AoE a wave. That's kind of fun. Nah, we'll do double scatty. Let's make Uchi hit really hard. Let's go a bit ham here. Although we're not gonna... I'm not gonna like buff stack, right? We're not gonna grab like another buffer from the back row because I want my bond for the Chads back there, but we'll still get something here. Do we give her this? Or do we want to get some crits too? If we want crits too though, then we should do like 20-30 or something. Oh yeah, she has Star Bomb now. That's a thing. I don't know why she has Star Bomb now, but she does. Man, I need to use Babbage. I gotta show off Babbage more. Babbage's buff was just such a... That was such a huge performance increase for him. I feel like we need more CEs that have Star Bombs on them. They don't even have to make as many stars as this one. You can make that kind of special to Buster. But it is kind of weird that that's the only one that we have that's Star Gen related. How about a Mystic Code that puts a buff on a unit that makes them make 5 to 10 stars per turn for 3 turns? That'd be kind of cool. Maybe make it 7. Do 7 stars per turn. Make it a really awkward number. That way it's not like taking the place of like things like Hans's 3rd skill, but then they can complement it and complement 20-30. Although, here's the thing, that's like a big part of why the game is so broken right now, is it is so easy to make so many stars to crit every turn through effects like 20-30 and Merlin's NP and Hans's 3rd skill, that kind of thing. That's why like typical quick gameplay doesn't... You don't do that, right? You don't do like, oh, I use quick cards to crit next turn. You don't, nobody fucking does that. Awkward opening hand here. Yeah, if you got double Merlin and double limit broken 20-30, you just crit every turn. Like everything crits. It's like, well, this is easy. Watch this unnecessary MP gain. My god, 149. And then she just has the Buster up too. I kind of want to NP here, but we really should. We should just kill these guys the old-fashioned way. And then start NP spamming. Yeah, Jack and Kita are some of the only things that make stars the normal way. And kind of Enkidu too, I suppose. But you don't really bring him for that, it's just kind of a nice bonus for him. God, double scatty is so shit if you're not actually trying to loop, because they just don't do anything. Alright, let's never mind like being efficient. Let's see how much damage we do here. Oh my god, I forgot. I haven't done her fucking buff on this account, and it's because I haven't had the AP. Like, I'm trying to not waste apples, and so I haven't wasted any on AP on anything but the event. Fuck. Man, so now she doesn't have like the extra attack up and the star bomb and the crit up. God damn it, man. My old account's got it, but yeah, I haven't done it yet. Fuck, that sucks, dude. Just crit forehead. See, we could have had a crit buff on that. Wow, okay, that's just with the 2 buffs too. I'm steady, I don't have a 3rd buffer or anything. Pretty good. And it would have been more if I had done her buff. She would have made the stars, so the crits wouldn't have been so random. Like we would have made a bunch of stars there and like been sure to crit. Okay, watch this star gen now. Shame we didn't get a. I could have quick chain, but I wanted the brave chain. Hop, hop, hop. I want to say she jumps more times now than she did before. No, I don't think so. They just made the hops really like minor. The boats were super close together. I think that's what it was. Yeah, I think they had the correct number of hops. That's like it's a thing. And her crit buff lasts 3 turns when you get the buff. Really good. Yeah, her NP is good on slow-mo. It looks a little weird in fast mode. It's okay though. It's alright if she's jumping super fast. It fits her either way. Because heroic spirits are, you know, swift. Okay, there's the main story. We should try to at least unlock the next area. That way I can off-stream get more farming in. This is the one with Tesla, I think. What do we want to do? This is just typical farming, so maybe we show off Fionn being disgusting. We could do Canis nonsense. I do like the idea of making Fionn disgusting. That's always fun. Here we get mob spawns this way. So it's impossible to 3-turn when you're doing the extra spawns, but we could do Hohenheim. That's a thing. Could be working in a Rosh would be so good because you could deal with like the first wave and make up for the extra mobs and stuff. But then I wouldn't be getting bond with the people I want to get bond on right now. So. You could also just make more Lancers to do more NPs and that kind of thing. Let's see. What does this stage drop? I don't remember. Probably doesn't drop these, but let's go K-Scope Canis. This should, if I'm not mistaken, this should spawn a good number of extra mobs, so it'll help with the quests. That was fun having Fionn wreck that one free quest from the Christmas event. Yeah, there's no extra mobs on this wave.
運命をかけた戦いである。熱を帯びなさい。
I'm not really sure we should use Hohenheim's buff because we're gonna have like these awkward turns where there's like one guy left and whatnot because of the reinforcements, and it's just gonna be so much overkill NP gain. But it's awesome though.
運命をかけた戦いである。
Really, what we should have done was we shouldn't have buffed like anybody. We should have used Hohenheim's NP on these guys because their health is low, and then have like Fionn finish them off with normal card, like do normal card NP normal card or something. But oh well. The thing about Chloe, people are always like, oh, but this thing does more damage. Damage is rarely that important because a lot of times you're going to do enough damage to break the health bar or kill the farming thing or whatever. Like, there's a lot of other things that matter. As long as the unit does enough damage, it's irrelevant. What you care about a lot of times is loopability, if you can crit, survivability, remove debuffs. You know, these things are what really matter. And what's so good about Chloe is how easy it is for her to loop. She's pretty self-reliant. And she has a survival skill and, you know, blah, 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 blah. So if I had used Fionn's third skill, he could have NP'd again without even using his second skill. I don't think it's actually worth it to... Yeah, this is why I shouldn't have buffed last turn. I'm just whipping the buffs here, but it's not worth it to NP right now. I guess most of the extra mobs are in the boss wave. Or I'm very unlucky. You do what? Okay, well, there goes our efficiency. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? That is so bad. That is so, and they didn't even attack. They triple buffed. Asshole's got an AoE attack that'll give us RNP no matter what, but he fucking buffs. Since when do giant okay, well. Whew, that did not go well. Did you hear the bass? The bass on that fucking Castoria art card, dude. Or quick card or whatever it was. Wait, what was that animation? Is that, I guess they don't crit very often. Because normally do the wait, what? Don't they normally just like rear their like tusks up and do lightning damage, and when they crit, they like stomp with their hooves in lightning? It was his NP? Why did he have his NP? I don't think I've ever seen that. Why did he have his NP? Fucking bullshit. We're getting styled on right now. He fucking, yeah, the other mobs are dead, and I guess he doubled. This is so stupid. We are getting annihilated right now. Almost don't kill the mob. Mobs don't attack, so I don't get NP. Mob fucking double quick charges into his NP, removes all of our buffs, and almost kills everyone. This is great. I want a do-over. This is some horse shit right here. Should have brought Atlas at this point. Could have gotten our skills back. Yeah. Here's all the bonus mobs. There was one bonus mob on that other one. Well, this is weird. I did not. You know what's funny? Not only did I not wail for that K-scope, but I haven't even used all the free SQ that I have, so. The amount of free SQ that I have now also eclipses the time that we did the admin thing. And honestly, I don't think I got a K-scope during the admin thing either. Really, that wasn't Castoria's fault or Fionn's fault. That was just wonkery with reinforcements and making a few bad decisions. That's more how that was.
輝いてしまおうか。お見せしましょう。いいんじゃねえか。
Okay, let's try that again. I don't even know if we need to do this stage again, but I kind of want to do that again because that was not ideal. Honestly, what I find if you're trying to, what I like to do when there's reinforcements is I don't bring supports generally, or I'll bring one support, like Waver or something, and I just have a lot of self-reliant units that can throw out NPs easily, do big normal card damage. I find that works a lot better when you have a really awkward amount of enemies to deal with. Okay, drops the tier 3 mat. Is it like a? I don't even know what the heck is that. I don't even. Looks like a McMuffin, for God's sakes. Yeah, I need to record that. I need to see. I bet you it all counts as a sound effect. I'd like to record it so you don't have the hop sound for like putting it in a video, but there may not be a way to do that. Bones though, hell yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm not sure we need to do this stage, but we don't. Wow, that's weird. My ult account needed to kill the pig, but this account doesn't. Like, assuming it's giant enemy, and there's no other giant enemies. Maybe I haven't unlocked the mission yet, and we actually do need to kill him, so we'll do it again. Really, though, we should not use Castoria. We should just go more like more bruisery, like I said. That's generally how I do this, and it works pretty well, but I want to do the same setup and see if we can make it work a little bit better, because that was not the best. A Rosh would really help. A Roshing wave 1 would be a big boost here. A lot of the boss targets though are shared, and so you might unlock other free quests down the line that have the same requirement that they had. So they're like the lowest priority. Where a lot of the trash mobs you're not going to fight again down the line, so they're a much higher priority. That's pretty standard for mission events too. I'll at least do this. Probably didn't need to do that actually. I have very little faith though in Hohenheim's damage. That's not his thing. They gave him such a low multiplier. Are you fucking kidding me, Hohenheim? You couldn't do 23 more damage? You couldn't do 23 more damage? Because then, you know, Fionn would have hit the other one. Bruh. See, this is why I don't have faith. I don't have faith in Hohenheim. Fucking it up. Yeah, I know, he's got the Buster multiplier, but not the benefit of what Busters get. It's so dumb. Why do they hate him? Freaking voice line, dude. Dude, imagine if he was an ST with that fucking art with Buster multiplier and then his AoE but single target. That'd be so bad. I wonder if this will work. Probably not. I don't think it's enough game there. Getting the quick card for potentially more overkill. Also, I think we lost. Yeah, we don't have Hohenheim's art up anymore, so I don't think it'll work. You could have Waver in the wings though, and bring Waver in, and then NP again.
熱を帯びなさいマルミアドワーズ
But yeah, I think this is more clicks and more effort than if you just brought like a lot of bruisery stuff and people that could throw out their MPs quick. I don't know why I'm buffing. Why am I buffing? there's no way that's necessary.
もううるせえな。飛べ飛べ、どこまでだって俺はいける。そうだろ、落第概念。
So I'm gonna try to play XCOM tomorrow. I think it's finally time. I'm gonna try to get that set up. We're not gonna beat the whole game by any means, but we'll mess around with it, and we'll have chat be our units and whatnot. I think it's about time for some of that. I want to start working in a few more other games, especially because FGO is so dead right now, right? They don't got anything going on, so it's a good time to mess around like that.
行こう。
うるせえな。
華麗に。
I haven't played XCOM in so long. We are gonna get destroyed, but I guess that's half the
嬉しい
fun.
ものですね皆さんのおかげです
Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap up there because Tusk just bought a bunch of food and I'm hungry. It's a slightly shorter stream, but again, not a whole lot going on right now. But yeah, tomorrow we'll probably do a little bit of FGO and then I will do some XCOM bonus stream shenanigans. Do some of the early game and probably die and, you know, laugh at streamer. But laugh with me, right? Laugh with me, clearly. No one would laugh at me. That wouldn't happen. Let me get this one stage out of the way real quick here. Never. That's likely not. We're still kind of behind on this event. I'll probably just do some of the main story off stream because I think we already did it on the other accounts. It's not like this story's whatever. But yeah, you got like that middle zone here that we gotta do still. All right, boys. I think we'll wrap up there. I need to go eat. My stomach is growling. Let's see who is streaming right now. Not a lot of people. Okay, well, we'll rate. This guy's playing NA. I've never seen this guy streaming before, so I cannot vouch for quality, but why not? We'll give it a bash. Alright, boys, I'll be streaming tomorrow, play some XCOM, yada yada, and later.